That's sick. Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about AEWE, and I know
the rest of it. Like
you. What's up? You got the Miami hat on and the Jags up. All right, we are here at the Super Bowl Media Row in San Francisco, Florida. We got Dave, we got Mr. Tony Khan. Appreciate you for jumping on here.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me. It's great to see you guys and my fellow Floridians.
Yes. Which, ironically, when we got here, it was actually colder in Miami than it was in San Francisco.
Yeah, really. I mean, Florida has seen a cold stint. This has been beautiful at being out here in California.
It has. Yeah. So I want to start off actually with this guy right here. Talk to us about what you got going on here. This is epic.
So this is a very exciting collaboration, and I can get one for you guys, but also it's going to be a collaboration with all 32 teams. I've got a Jacksonville Jaguars, NFL, AEW, Lucha Libre mask because I'm the president and founder of All Elite Wrestling, also the chief football strategy officer of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I've always wanted to get the NFL shield and the AEW logo side by side on an item. So we finally have succeeded. My dream has finally come true, the Lucha Libre mask partnership with all 32 teams. So Thursday night, April 23rd, the first night of the NFL draft, we're going to make these available on shopaew.com. All 32 teams are going to be able to have their own AEW NFL Lucha Libre masks.
That's epic.
Yeah.
That is epic. Dave is going to put this on at one point, even though it's not a Fins one. But
I'll get you a Fins
put it
one.
on now?
We'll get you a Fins
We'll
one.
get
Dave.
him a Fins one. That's sick. Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about AEWE, and I know
the rest of it. Like
you. What's up? You got the Miami hat on and the Jags up.
AEW Dynamite, we're on every Wednesday night. Wednesday Night Dynamite is the longest running primetime pro wrestling show ever on TBS, which is pretty amazing. There's a great history of wrestling on TBS, and the longest running show ever in primetime on TBS when it comes to wrestling is AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. It's a great show. It's on 8 p.m. every Wednesday night on TBS, and now it also simulcasts on HBO Max.
Nice.
That's been huge.
That is huge.
That's been new. That was last year was the first year where we've had the HBO Max simulcast, but it's huge because it's helped us make a lot of new fans, a lot of new fans and young fans in a lot of cases too. It's great. And we built a great audience, and we have a great thing going. And now we also run on Saturday nights on TNT. So Wednesdays on TBS, Saturdays on TNT, and it's 52 weeks a year. I work in football, as you know, as you feel and see.
I gotta say that this thing's actually pretty comfortable. It's actually super comfortable.
What a testimonial. And that's unpaid. That's great. That's a free ad right there. I can't wait to post that. And well, I hope this doesn't get you kicked out of the Dolphins community, bro.
Well, I have to keep the Miami hat on, you know.
Honestly, if there was a team we were rooting for in the playoffs,
100%.
it was the Jags.
That's awesome.
Like it really was. You know, Florida bound. You guys had a great season. We were rooting for you guys because all we do is hate watch as Dolphin fans. Because we got
especially because you guys went up against
you
the
guys
Bills.
want to get the Bills. Yeah.
In Miami, I hear that a lot because I have a lot of friends with the Hurricanes, and I always hear they always say we really do love the Jaguars down here. Everyone really does like support the Jags down here, and there's no animosity. So that's really cool to hear.
I used to love the Jags too. I used to be a big Blake Bortles guy.
Yeah.
So like obviously my one and only love in the Miami Dolphins, but I will root for the Jags if we're out of it.
Blake Bortles is a great guy, man. He's awesome.
That's awesome. So I know you wanted to talk about some of the soccer stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I actually did want to talk some of the
Great.
Fulham stuff because I follow the Premier League.
Awesome.
We did. I'm a Man United guy.
Okay.
So we literally just played not that long ago.
It was a very good game.
Very good game. Talk to me a little bit about that and what your role with them and really just like, I mean, obviously you're doing stuff with wrestling, football, but like the Premier League is so massive.
Premier League football is huge.
Yeah.
And it's nice. You know, normally it's only the UK outlets that are asking me about Premier League football. So it's nice to come and get asked about it. And I absolutely love working in the Premier League. It's the most cutthroat competitive league in all of sports. And absolutely at Fulham, we've had an incredible run in recent years, in my opinion. I think that with a fantastic coach, Marco Silva, and a great squad of players, they've come together and we've had this fantastic run that I think is continuing to build and grow.
Yeah.
And I really believe in what we're doing. And you mentioned the game the other day. That was a very tough game, but also a very competitive game.
Sure,
and I think it
sure.
shows the level that Marco and the squad are competing at right now.
Yeah.
I love the work there. This is my 10th season working in the Premier League as the sporting director. I work with the head coach and we do the transfers and come up with the ideas. And we meet with the CEO as the board. We do the finances and evaluate the opportunities in the market. And working so closely with the coach and really the three of us are the board. And it's a great thing we have going. And I really love the Premier League, but I also have come to learn so much, in 10 years.
Imagine,
and I'm certainly a very different experience level than I was a decade ago. And the Premier League is so interesting, and I think that the Fulham fan base is also so rich with so much history, over 100 years of history at this great club. And Craven Cottage is such a historic place to watch football. And similar to what I was saying about going in some places and people say, actually, we like the Jaguars here. We have no problem with the Jaguars. I get that about Fulham a lot wherever I go. People say, actually, we really like Fulham. Nobody has a problem with you.
That's funny.
That's cool.
I want to ask because obviously you have the Jags, you have Fulham. In terms of the fans, right? Soccer fans.
Yes. That was going to be my next question.
Like, their fans, and like you said, they go 100 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like deep ties, and the fans are very engaged. How would you compare the two between the NFL fans and Premier League Fulham fans?
It's apples and oranges. There's similarities, but there's differences.
Right.
And I think that they're very interesting in both cases. I love the fans in both cases, but again, I think apples and oranges is perfect metaphor or analogy.
Who's got better chance?
I think that Premier League football has the chanting down. I think that the NFL is an incredibly intricate game, yet Premier League football is also an incredibly intricate game, and the intricacies and the idiosyncrasies and the passion of these fans, they're very similar. So, again, apples and oranges, take your pick.
Do soccer fans tailgate before games?
No, yes, but they go to the pub.
Right,
They
that's
go
what
to
I
the pub
figured.
and they hit it
Okay.
hard.
I
But it's
figured.
not as much about being out in the, what we call in the UK the car park.
Yeah,
We're not in the car park,
yeah.
or what we call here the parking lot.
That's awesome.
Before the game, so it's very different. I grew up in the tailgate culture.
Okay.
That's how I first really came to watch football. My first memories are being out at the tailgates of the University of Illinois.
Okay.
So Big Ten football is really how I grew up, and that's my first memories of life are being out at the Illinois tailgates and then going into the games and watching the Big Ten and having the big teams come through. It's again like Premier League football, the big teams, whether the Man U's, the Chelseas, the Liverpools. Well, I grew up in Champaign and I had Ohio State and Michigan and Penn State coming through.
My brother's a Penn State guy, so I know how those Big Ten tailgates.
Kijana Carter.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, it is impressive, talking about you and everything that you kind of have your hands in, right?
Thank you.
It's admirable for sure.
Thanks,
like to be able to do all that.
Well, thank you for
at
this,
the biggest stage.
This coffee has
Cuban
made it
coffee.
possible. So you've got a great thing going with Johnny here.
Yeah, we got Johnny Cuba Domino's and we got Cuban American original Cow Bakery from Miami.
You have truly, not only this interview, which I've really enjoyed, has brightened my day, but you've double brightened my day with
With a little
delicious
cafecito.
Johnny Cuba coffee.
That's awesome. Well, man, appreciate you. We're excited for this. This is going to be
Yes,
epic.
and I wasn't kidding. Extremely comfortable.
This is going
I
to
just
be
felt bad
epic.
talking about Fulham with you in the
That's
last.
good. Shop AEW.com on the first night of the draft, Thursday, April 23rd. You'll be able to get these. You can get your Fins mask.
Yes.
Or I get my Jaguars mask, and we'll all be happy fans draft day together.
This is epic. I can't wait to show up to Hard Rock and just see these everywhere. It's going to be electric. It's awesome.
It's a dream come true for me to have the AEW and the NFL side by side.
That's awesome. Well, Tony, appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.